Today, I have the 1996 Mazda B3000 extended cab. Well, SE. I think it says SE back there somewhere. You might be able to see it on camera. But this is a manual transmission truck that I got for free. And, well, I got it for free because my grandparents had it and it had a bunch of problems with it, so we fixed it up and it runs now. And this is Mazda's version of the Ford Ranger, and you can even see that throughout everything, really. There'll be cars driving by throughout this review, just don't mind them. But today I'm going to review it. I'm going to start under the hood, where you can tell that this is a Ford Ranger. Very obviously, well, maybe not so obviously, because you have to look way down here. But right there on the exhaust manifold, it says RNGR, which probably means Ranger. So this has the exact exhaust manifold from the Ford Ranger. It probably also has a lot of other parts from the Ford Ranger, but they don't say Ranger on them. They just have part numbers, probably from a Ford Ranger as well, though. Another thing while I'm under the hood, this thing has a 3-liter V6 making about 148 horsepower, which doesn't sound like much for a truck like this, but when you drive it, it feels pretty peppy, and the engine sounds really good as well. This B3000 also has a fairly large bed with rails on the sides, so you can bungee stuff down if you're carrying something that's prone to fall out, so you don't drop your mattress on the person that's tailgating you. An item under the vehicle, this is the original spare tire that came with the car, and it still has the original sticker. So this is a spare tire from 1996. So it's probably not very good at this point. We should probably just take it out, but we haven't, so that's that. And now inside the cab of my B3000, the cab still looks decent, apart from the fact that the steering wheel got sticky, and so we had to put a steering wheel cover on it. I like the steering wheel cover though. It feels better than a tacky steering wheel. But if I turn the car on, let me get the key out of my pocket here. Take the parking brake off, hit the clutch, start the thing. It runs pretty well, but I'll just show you, if you turn the lights on, it doesn't make any noise. But then if you turn the vehicle off, it beeps at you. That doesn't actually come with the car. That's just a fuse that either my dad or my grandpa put in this car. I thought it was worth mentioning because it's pretty annoying to me and I don't like it, but I could probably just take that out. I don't know, I just thought it was interesting. Another thing, if I turn the car on to accessories mode, radio sounds okay, but I'm not going to leave that on too long because I might get copyright strike for it being copyrighted music. But if you try to push this, it looks like it turns off, it shows the time, but then when you release it, it turns back on. So it won't turn off. The AC works, I think. Might have to start it. I'm gonna start it again. And might have to warm up, but yeah, AC works. It was broken to start with, we had to fix that. But yeah. The headliner of this particular vehicle is absolutely destroyed. I don't know how it got like that, but it's from 1996, and that's probably why. And there's quite a bit of room back here in the back of the truck as far as trucks go, unless you get a 4-door truck. And another interesting item back here is that these seats actually fold out. So if I move everything that's back here, this seat actually folds out, and the seat belt, it's just a lap belt down here. And if I can get it, comes up here and latches in there. I'm not gonna attempt to climb in the back. Well, I could. I'm gonna attempt to climb in the back. There's not much room here to squeeze through. And apparently the center console is attached to the seat. Well, I can't get the seatbelt latched. So, I don't know. I guess you're just gonna have to ride it with no seatbelt, or waste your time trying to latch it. Anyway, I'm gonna put this back. I have to go up here and grab this to pull it back into place. That's about where it would be normally. It's somewhat roomy back here. If you put your feet all the way back here, then you've got some room for the size. There's actually not much room back here, but it feels roomy. So, yeah. And you've also got a little storage pocket back here in the very back of the truck. I don't know what you would put in there, but you can put some stuff in there. There's an umbrella right here. I don't know why, but you can fit that in there if you wanted to. I'm just gonna leave that there. So that is just about everything about my B3000. One last thing I will say is that the steering feels a little loose, and it locks you out of the lower gears. So if you're slowing down to a stop and try to put it in first, you have to wait until you're actually stopped to put it in first, because that's what it does. I would give you a clip of me driving it, but I'm 15 and all I have is a permit right now, and I don't feel like going out and driving with one of my parents for a video. So you may get more driving reviews later once I'm 16 and can actually take cars out for a drive. But one last thing I will give you is an exhaust note. So that'll be the end of my review of my 1996 Mazda B3000. One last thing that I will say, though, that I forgot to mention while I was in the cab, is that we don't know how many miles are on this thing because the odometer stopped working at 133,526 miles. So it's probably got way more than that now because it stopped working I don't know how long ago, but it was a really long time ago. Overall, I love this thing. For the price of free. I'd probably even pay $2-3 grand for it. Okay, maybe not quite that much with all the things that are not correct with it, but overall it drives pretty well. It feels pretty peppy. The only one thing that I really don't like about it is that it locks you out of the lower gears, so I can't shift to first while I'm trying to stop. But anyway, that's gonna be the end of my review. If you like this video, drop a like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks for watching.